Hello, my name is Lynn Ann Galloway, and I am enjoying life now in spite of the fact that I have fibromyalgia, and that I was diagnosed when I was in my mid 40s, and I have learned for the last 15 years or so to learn how to manage my fibromyalgia with naturally. I tried the meds, of course, because I'm a nurse. I tried that first, didn't work. So I had to find something else that did. So that I am sharing the tips that I have that worked for me, that I know work and will work for other people in this YouTube channel. So if you haven't subscribed, you might want to so that you can keep getting notifications when I post something new. So today's topic is about relationships. Now, relationships, when you are in chronic pain, can be challenging. Challenging not just for you, but for the other person, because lots of misunderstandings happen. One thing for sure is that when you're in pain, you're not very communicative, generally speaking. You can be a little negative because of the pain, and you can be, at least I'm talking about me, and maybe you are too, a little grouchy and a little annoyed and a little short-tempered and short on patience because all you can focus on is your pain. So what do we do about that? So one of the things I've found is that if it's really wonderful to have supportive people around you, but most of the time they don't know how to support you unless you tell them how to support you. So communication is a huge key. You want to make sure that they know when you're having a bad day, and then so they don't take it personally when you are snippy. You can let them know when you're having more pain and can't do things, because if they're expecting something to happen and you can't do it, it becomes a point of frustration. So communication is absolutely huge. And sometimes the frustration on both parts becomes a stressor, and things can go downhill. So you want to look at your stressful relationships, because as you know, stress increases our pain and also increases all the things with fibromyalgia. So, and it also increases the other person's frustration as well. So I guess one thing you need to look at is when you're having a stress with a relationship, do you want to have a relationship with this person? And if the answer is yes, then there are things you can do that will help. If no, then maybe you want to look at distancing yourself from that person as much as possible, or limiting the amount of time you spend with them and choosing to do that rather than stressing yourself out. Now, if it's somebody that you do want to keep the relationship with, look at what communication is the key, and letting them know that, okay, this is a bad day. I am not upset with you. I'm just feeling really upset because I'm frustrated, or I'm in a lot of pain, or whatever the case may be, and let them know that, so that they know that you are, what the underlying reason is for your irritation. You can also do things like be flexible. Tell them when you have a good day. So if it's something that you couldn't do another previous day, and say, okay, I feel really good today. Do you want to do whatever it is that you want? If you are having, when you can't do something because of the pain or the energy level, let them know that. And I would highly recommend that you look at solutions together, communicate together as to, okay, I can't do the housekeeping, for example, and your partner, spouse, whoever is working, and they don't have a lot of energy when they get home to do the housework. Is it in your budget to hire a housekeeper? Because let me tell you, that will relieve a lot of stress all the way around. If you have children, letting them know that, okay, mommy doesn't feel good today, and giving them some other options. Can we, instead of doing something that's physical, can they watch a movie with you, or can they read a book to you, or you read a book to them, something that is not as physical that you can actually do. And kids know anyways that things aren't well. So if you tell them or give them options that are doable for them, that works for them as well. And it makes everybody's feeling better in the situation. If you, for your friends, let them know that when you aren't able to go to something, that it's not anything to do with them, but it's just that the way that you feel that day. And suggest to them that, hey, why don't you just, when you have some time, give me a call and see if that's a good day for me, and we'll go out. It's not that I don't want to, it's just because today is not a good day for me. And I certainly, every day, and I think your family and friends that you spend a lot of time with need to know that some days are good, some days are bad. You're not making it up, that it's some days are not as good as other days. And giving them information about fibromyalgia and what's happening with you is really, it is important for them to know too, because then they feel like they have some control, or at least can support you in a way that works for both of you. Anyhow, if you would like, I do have a cheat sheet down below, is what I call it, with some stress tips if you want, to help you get through times like this. And if you sometimes you have to have difficult conversations, and if that's the case, that might be what you need to do to have things so that it's a good relationship for both of you.